Yo, what is up YouTube? Cruiser here, back with another 200NL content. This time, as you can see, we're not on PokerStars anymore. Sadly, we had to change sites. Everyone knows Stars is dying. I played all my career on Stars, millions and millions of hands. I never changed sites. But truth to be told, it's dead. It's pretty much dead. There's nothing to do on that site anymore. Yeah, so the idea, my new plan is play some Rush&Cash on GG, win at least 30 to 40 buy-ins, and then I'm gonna use that money to instantly shot take 1k rec tables on this site. So that will be the plan for now. But at right now, we're just playing Rush&Cash. So hopefully we get some action. Two tabling as usual. I don't have a RNG set up on this site. So I have to use the Google RNG. Let's set that up fast. Okay, I'm just folding here. And I'll be overfolding this flop versus this size. You're supposed to go smaller on those boards for the most part, and when people size up, makes me think their range construction is off slightly, so that means I have to overfold my hands. I would even fold second pair there versus that size. Okay, checking this one back. Now, going to be delaying. Probably pure, not expecting people to have a well protected checking range. As I said that, we get raised super fast. But yeah, it will happen some of the time. Two X. I'm actually gonna fold my A6. Folding here as well. I love these emotes. That's what Stars should have done to keep their games alive. Just add emotes like these to make it more fun for the recreationals and for everyone playing on the site. Okay, snap check. Just gonna go somewhere around half pot here. Really bad river, but I think he has ace high for the most part. I'm just gonna try to put pressure. The slight overbet seems good. I might get overcalled here because of the deuce, but okay, it's a pair, never mind. Good call by him. Just because it was a really bricky river, I had to go for overbet to fold ace highs, I believe. If it was any other card that's not an ace, king, or a queen, I would just go b75. I think that's enough to fold ace highs in that spot. And I don't think people will have a well-constructed flop checking back range, especially a short stacker there, right? So most of his range will be ace highs or either that 4x that he hit on the turn, which is also not many combos. Only 4x that opens there is ace 4 suited, right? Okay. Going to be 4 betting here. One BP, this is difficult size to play against. I think we have to call for this price. Now without a spade, I think I'm just falling. I'll have like queen jack, king queen, king jack to call instead here. Versus again, so it's such a small size. But ace jack has nothing to go with it. Also, I'm not sure why I would use such a small size both on the flop and both on the turn, so it makes me kinda paranoid that it's stronger. So I would even maybe fold stuff like a weak spade there on the turn. Okay, this guy's unknown, so let's use a sizing that's slightly under pot. I think that will be the hardest size for him to defend. Okay, so this guy is a one-tabler, okay. Really bad turn. Most of his bluffs improve here, but still he's one-tabling, so I might actually look to bluff catch. Once he checks, I'm just gonna stop small. I'm gonna go a bit more than 25%. Exploitatively. Here I'm falling. I wanted to open, but this guy's 27 VPIP. I can't really open that wide versus a guy like that. Starting with a small c-bet here. I think pair deuces, pair threes are okay to slightly over c-bet. Because big blind shouldn't really have that many deuce x, 3x. Three x versus unknown guy. This is a fold versus 3x size, but I might call just because of the post-flop edge, probably. If he's an unknown guy, makes me think he's a recreational and he used a 3x open size, so there's another reason that makes me think he's a recreational, but nothing we can do with our hand on this board. A lot of people follow charts when they're like defending, like against 2.5x, 3x, they're folding correctly and stuff, but they don't, they neglect the post-flop play for the most part, right? A lot of people will just c-betting everything on the flop, then just giving up turns. That's where you can like defend wider and start taking down the pot way more. So even with a higher rake, I'm always a fan of defending wider against weaker players, right? Okay, I'm range checking here. And this one will be a fold. Looking to 4-bet like king 10, king jack. Okay, I can't do anything versus this size 3-way. I would have flatted if he used a smaller size. Although it's really close because of vector straight draw, vector flush draw. It's super close. I'm gonna call one. Might get myself in trouble now. I think he used a B75. It's not such a scary size. If he potted it like most recreationals do, then that's a scary size. But okay, so he tank checks. I think I just check back. I don't think I can block just because he used such a big size on the flop. He shouldn't have many 5x or 4s when he uses that such a big size, so I'm gonna check. Maybe even look to bluff catch. Okay, he had a 7. But that's a good result for our hand in the end. We get to see both turn and the river. Even though we didn't win the hand, it's a good result to realize our equity, even for that big size on the flop. Okay, 3-betting this one. Wow, this is a huge 4-bet. I think I overfold. I'm either gonna play 4-bet, 5-bet shoves or folds versus this size. However, this guy is at like 2-tabler. He has decent stats. I really want to shove this hand. Yeah. Usually you don't want to shove light versus a UTG 4-bet. But this guy's a 2-tabler, so makes me think he has a decent 4-betting range. So I went for a shove there. Tell me what you guys thinking for those spots. I think calling is the worst option versus that size. I think he should go min 4-bet when he's 4-betting from those super polar positions, right? Okay, I'm gonna 3-bet here. Alright, we see up pretty fast. Check on the flop. Let's start with a small c-bet. I mean, a small probe. Really bad card. But I still think a lot of people will check here, even look to check fold. I still think there's like blocking smaller is the better play because you get called by like 10s, 9s, 8x. And you lose less against ace-x, right? You see, he didn't even look to raise his hand, which is like, okay, I don't think he's supposed to raise a7, but yeah, this is what I mean, that the block will always outperform the check call in those lines. Even against UTG tighter range, I still think there's like 10s, 9s, 7x there. This is a board we can't actually range c-bet, so I'm gonna roll for this one. Okay. Pretty bad turn. I'll be checking majority of turns with my hand anyways, but yeah, this is a scary turn already. Okay, nice river. It's actually a tough spot if he overbets, because he's repping like sets like 7s, 10, 9, 4, 5, a lot of combos. I'm not sure even if I'm happy if I get raised here. I think we have to go for it here. 15.5 seems okay. Because we block calling range. He either has like stuff like 10, 9, 8 or stuff like that. Okay, it's 10. Okay, important to note this, that he didn't go for a block on the river. So doesn't block river 3-bet pot. I think his hand is strong for a block, 25%. If he's using 25%, it can go for a mix, probably check and block. But if he blocks for like 10%, then his hand is a pure block, where I'm going to have a lot of weaker ace X, like ace 5, ace 4. I'm going to have kings, queens. All those hands have to call versus a 10% block. Even against a 25% block, maybe. Again, we see super fast checks on these boards. I'm just gonna slow play flop just because of that reason. Slow play turn. Sorry. Yeah. Exploitatively. Let's hope he turned pocket tens or queen 10, right? I don't think he ever has a flush here. But still though, we're gonna just gonna check call. 3-betting this one. The question is, can we raise if he overbets? Because I don't think let's see. Okay. So he went with a pure delay. Let's note that. UTG versus BB delay pot, pure air, one and done. I don't think delaying pot is a good idea because you're risking too much for the times I do call you, right? If you delay for 40%, you're going to get exactly the same result, right? I'm either going to have air that I'll fold, or I'm going to have a strong hand, decent hand, top pair, 2 pair, and stuff like that. This one's close against UTG. I think I guess hijack I'd call. We have 2 unknowns in the blinds here, so I'm gonna call this spot. Interesting that he checks this kind of a board. I'm just gonna be playing B 250 or check on these spots and checking my hand always. Okay, so yeah, this is a nice delay size. This is the size the guy should have used on the other spot. I need to be leading this river because, wait, let me check here. Because he's saying he has like a 9x or ace highs once he does delay the turn. Or maybe some queen jack and jack 10 that he will get here by the river. So, and he's always going to call me if I lead. So I'm always going to be leading my hand because of that reasons. A lot of people will just check there and then lose to queen jack and jack 10. I even think that's a play, even in theory. That's a lead spot on that exact river. I'm not 100% sure, I'm going to check that, but I think that's even the theoretical play there. I really want to play this hand, but this guy's a short stacker. Let's play it. Okay, he checks. Just going super thin here, block for the most part. Trying to get called by his high region. Okay, triple check here again. Thin, going thin, block, block. On a brick river, also gonna be blocking. Actually, now I think I'm gonna be 75. He does have a lot of 8, 7, 8, 7, 9. And I block the weak jacks that will check back the flop. So I think this is a spot I can go for a little big size exploitatively. He's gonna have jacks some of the time here. He's gonna have 5x some of the time, but I still think majority of his range is 7x, 8s, 9s. Okay, I was completely off. But I think the idea is good. So he slow plays 3-way, which is, you don't see that often enough. Another reason why you wanna go even thinner. Or maybe he didn't slow play, maybe he had a 5. Raising here. Okay, we're recording for 20 minutes, 10 more minutes, then we'll wrap it up for this first session of GGPoker. Let's 3-bet this one for the video. Okay, we get called for. Even against 2x BVB, I think our hand is just too strong. I mean, just too weak. One of the worst hands we can have. I hate folding against 2x, but I think we can't call 100% of range. I'm not sure the threshold, to be honest. I never faced 2x opens. But that spot seems to me that it's... yeah, that we can't call 100% of our range. Okay, this could be an interesting hand. See, bet small, I'm gonna be raising. My hand always with a combo draw. Okay, B 125 or check here. This suits, I might go for a B. Might go for a bet. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Have some playability on clubs, turns. You can easily start to overbluff, c-bet those boards if you're not careful with all the offsuit hands, but I think that one is fine. This one I think I'm gonna go jam for versus this size. He shouldn't be using this big size once he 3-bets big blind from the in the GG games. That's what I see a lot of regs do. The idea for like 12 BB 3-bets, 13 BB 3-bets are that you see the solver uses are because of the incentive to take down the pot pre-flop, right? And you don't have that incentive here because you also on GG also pay pre-flop rake. So in my eyes, there's no point going higher than 10 BBs when you're 3-betting from the blinds, right? You're just risking too much. Once you do get 4-bet, you know. Okay, call 4-bet spot. Let's see what happens here. This is such a small size. I don't think this is correct because this guy, wow. I would call range versus this size. This super small size. And I think they were deeper as well a bit, right? If I'm not mistaken. So even a more reason to call range versus that size. You should go like at least 21 there as the BB. Just folding here against unknown. I wanted to 3-bet, but I don't know what's my fold equity if the guy is unknown. Okay, not that. 3-bet huge IP. All right, against the recreational, I would usually be checking a lot on these types of boards, but I'm gonna be c-betting against presumed recreational, who will have like super wide range against huge size, huge raise size. We can't do anything with our hand. But the goal is just to deny equity against these overcards, right? Checking here, always. And checking the turn with our raise high. Mostly gonna be folding here. I think we have enough better ace highs to continue where they both have a overcard to the 10, right? Here I only have one overcard. Even though I'm good a lot of the times here versus an unknown again who will probably step too much. I still don't think I would call. If I like queen jack, higher ace, even king queen, maybe like 2 overcards to a 10. King queen is the same hand strength as ace-6 there in that spot. So again, I think I have more outs if I'm behind in that spot. Okay, 2.2. I think I'm gonna be folding here. Actually, he's an unknown again, so I'm gonna be calling slightly looser. Okay, I expect him to check this board a lot. So he's still gonna have some ace-x in there. And I can't really go bananas here, even though this is a super good card for me. I think I want a flush draw, I want a 6, I want maybe queen jack, queen type of hands with both clubs and spades. Once he checks again, I'm not really sure. This would be an overbluff if I do it, but he's unknown, so let's hope he has king queen, you know, and we fold that. Nice. This is definitely overbluff because we block most of his like checkbacks, diamonds there, or jacks and 9s. I think in that spot you want to have one high card. I already talked about this in my other videos. You want to have like one high card and one low card in those spots. Okay, so guy called pretty fast 3-bet. Makes me think he's more pocket pair heavy. I'm gonna be c-betting pretty big size, mostly one and done if I don't improve on the turn. Okay, 2x open, a little deeper. I think we have to develop some flats. This is okay hand to go for. Again, 2x open here. I'm also gonna flat because of the unknown big blind. Don't want to 3-bet, especially on GG. Like there's no there's more incentive to flatting because of the pre-flop break. Super good board for me. I'm gonna be playing close to range, small probe. Okay, I'm folding here. Interesting turn. I think my hand's mostly going to be going in a check line, even though I have a spade. Yeah, I think that's okay. I wanted to check raise this, but I don't think our blockers are good because we block the folding range from the flop. Some of the ace highs, like ace, king, king, jack. Yeah. Maybe we can over raise that spot because we're actually saying we have either ace, king, or ace, queen that mostly plays that line, probes small flop, and then checks the turn. So maybe we would have gotten the credit for having a queen there. He never has a queen. I mean, he shouldn't have a queen for that size, so he either has like a small pocket pair or a 10 in that spot. And that's the hands that I hope him to fold if I raise the river. Okay, interesting. Tank. And then 3-bet. Makes me want to 4-bet more often, to be honest. So that's what I'm going to go for. Let's size up slightly because we're a bit deeper. High frequency C-bet on this board. Okay, good flop for us. We're still going to have queens, kings, ace advantage. He's going to have some 10s and 7s. But I still think this is an easy C-bet spot. Amazing turn. He snap checks, so I don't think it's queens anymore. Because queens would have a decision whether to jam or call. I think it's like mostly 10x or 8s, 9s. Still think we have to bet our hand. So let's go for it. He jams. Interesting. He slow plays kings. We have to note that doesn't 5-bet shove kings small blind versus hijack. Going for a small block here. So my pre-flop read wasn't correct there because he had kings, so really strong hand. Is this too thin to block for 10%? Wow. Okay. So you saw that king's hands, guys, where the guy flats. That makes me think he would also flat ace king off and queens, right? And against those players, you would think like you don't want to 4-bet as much, but the counter exploit is actually to 4-bet a lot. Because the reason you don't want to 4-bet much is because people would 5-bet shove you. And if the guy doesn't 5-bet shove, then you actually want to over 4-bet, right? And play in position post-flop. So that's the counter adjustments for those spots. But yeah, a cool hand to end the video. We stacked a guy. We got lucky with our 5x. Again, he also made a mistake. He wouldn't have lost. He wouldn't have lost that hand. Wait, let me sit out, and I'll talk about that. This okay, folding. Good job. I think king queen off would be threshold, and some backdoor broadways. But yeah, that king's hand. Okay, slow playing preflop isn't a mistake, but it's actually a huge mistake to not raise that flop versus my c-bet, especially without a club, right? You deny equity of my ace king, right? I mean, you're crushing my ace king, but you're still gonna deny equity versus my ace outs, right? You're denying equity against my backdoor flush draws. You're denying equity against stuff like that, ace 5 as well, right? And you stack my queens, you stack my jacks, you stack my flush draws already on the flop. So I think that's a really big mistake not to raise that flop with kings on that exact board. But yeah, nice first video of the GG series I'm gonna be making. And yeah, I told you my plans at the start of the video, what I'm gonna be doing on GG. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated how it's going. Maybe also when I reach my buy-in goal, I'm also gonna make some of the 1K 1K reg tables sessions or maybe hand reviews on this channel. So stay tuned for that, like and subscribe, and see ya in the next one.